विद्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I'll respond to some of your questions. So anybody in this hall in Bangalore Adinam wanted to ask questions can queue up in front of microphone and I'll start answering the questions from the online participants.
From Bratislava, Slovakia, Veronika Sibelikova asks, I still live one same situation. I create product and different people have profit but not me. Where is the problem?
It's a question from Bratislava, Veronika Sibalikova. The question is, I still live one same situation. I create product and different people have profit, but not me. Where is the problem? Listen. Basic problem is, you do not have confidence on you to be your own boss. I tell you, only fools work for others. Either you spend your time, life, energy to fulfill your dreams, or somebody else will hire you to fulfill theirs. Understand the basic truth about life. You may be giving little energy to your time. See, you have time in front of you as days. You may be giving little energy to it, but you are not giving life to it. When you give little energy, you come up with some products. How to use your time. Then it's money for somebody. Understand? Time is money for somebody. Time for your boss, your time is money. For your spouse, your time is attention. For your boyfriend or girlfriend, your time is love. But actually, your time is life for you. Understand? Your time is life for you. You may be giving little energy to your time, but not life to your time. That is where this whole problem is. I tell you, even if you think you will be a worst failure, be your own boss. See, when you decide what should be done, how to make yourself a product, how to share with the world, when you have the complete freedom, you can't be in depression for a long period. you can't be in depression for a long period. You have to wake up. There are multiple reasons why you should wake up, but you will wake up. Sometimes greed will push you. Sometimes jealousy will push you. Sometimes inspiration will push you. Sometimes right things, sometimes wrong things, but you will be pushed. When you add life to your time, when I say adding life to your time, I mean, listen carefully. Ends of your actions result completely for you. You become responsible end to end. That is what I call adding life to your time. Listen, I'll repeat. Ends of your action, effects, side effects, everything affects you directly, completely. Naturally, this situation will make you responsible. The responsibility, knowing that you are only going to be affected by the ends, naturally makes you add life to your time. Understand? Your time, if you only add little intelligence, it becomes product. If you add little energy, it becomes activism. But if you add this great, powerful component, responsibility which comes by the clarity, the end is going to affect only you. See, the biggest problem with working for somebody is, you do not care about the end product. It means you do not care about your life. It is all about what you can grab from that person to make yourself comfortable. You do not care about your life. Your actions, your thought currents, are they aligned? Are they useful for you and the society? You do not care about that. You do a project for 10 years and the whole project collapses, you don't care. The salary you received and the life you made for yourself all matters if you are working for somebody. I tell you, that is where all the worst corruption, wrong mental setup starts. Corruption does not mean only, which is practiced in India, how we practice here. You take some money and do a favor. That alone is not corruption. You not being bothered about what you are putting your life into. You are bothered only about the paycheck you receive and how much that paycheck makes your life comfortable or luxurious. You don't care about all other things, anything else is corruption. Understand? That is corruption. I should say, not only the person who asked this question, many of you are in this situation. I create product and different people have profit, but not me. How many of you feel you have this problem? All of you do not take responsibility for your actions end to end. You are afraid of the statement, the end will affect only you. Right or wrong, good or bad, only you are going to stand to face it. You are afraid of that. You want somebody to face for you. When somebody has to be faced for you, naturally the benefits will go to them. It will go to them. So understand, it boils down to taking responsibility. I tell you, failing few times is perfectly all right. Then being under somebody and be a failure for whole life. When I say be your own boss, I mean your whole day should be decided by you. To whom you should serve, to whom you are going to share yourself, with whom you share your energy, with whom you share your products, with whom you share your love, with whom ultimately you share your life. All this should be your freedom. Understand, when I say be your own boss, multiple levels I am talking. You try to understand only work level. Work level is only one level. With whom you share your time. Your boss. That should be your freedom. With whom you share your products, your clients, customers, should be your freedom. I tell you. You are successful as long as your customers do not make you compromise on your integrity. Once you compromise on your integrity, they will be the first failures. Understand? Not you, they will be the first failures. Like pharmaceutical industries. The customers have made the company to compromise on integrity. Who suffers? Customers. Whenever your integrity is compromised for customers, clients, who receives your service or products, they will be the first persons to be affected. Listen to these few things. Same way, with whom you share your love, your life partner. When you are in the mood of demanding love, it's only going to be a constant bondage and torture. When you are your own boss, you know how to share it, how to share the love. Like Sadashiva, he may swallow the whole poison, but he will share the nectar. Understand? All the stress of the things going around you, all the stress of the things happening around you is the poison. The churning of the Milky Ocean, if you know the story, you can understand. The churning of the Milky Ocean is nothing but happenings around you. Sometimes the stress, poison comes out of it. Incompletions comes out of it. Difficulties comes out of it. Problems comes out of it. Inevitably, there are some things you can never avoid in your life. The mother-in-law, daughter-in-law problem of India. Indian mother-in-law, daughter-in-law problem. Now, please understand, I am very serious. Even if the mother-in-law is dead, you can't avoid the problem. My grandmother is dead, my mother is still afraid of her. No, really. From my own experience, I am telling you. And I have to remind her once, she is dead years ago. Why don't you forget her? She will shiver, my mother will shiver, even if the mention of my grandmother's name. I said, don't you understand, she is dead. No, there are many problems you can't avoid just by the very nature of the happenings around you. A man who is capable of swallowing all the poisons and continue to share the nectar becomes leader. That is what I call ability to share love. Understand? Decide with whom you will share love will be in your control, not in the situation's control. Ultimately, with whom you share your life means who matters for your life. That is the most important, I should say, factor makes your life what it is going to be. Who matters in your life? I tell you, when I look back, why I am what I am now, I should say, in the young age, whom I really felt matter for me and my life. I was very clear, it's Arunagiri Yogeshwara who matters for me. Whoever you feel matter for your life means material out of which your very life overflows. The functioning, activation, Jakrat, waking up of your life happens by that person who kindles life fire in you, who makes your eyes wide open, whose memory makes you jump out of your bed, whose thought current is the first thought current before you wake up and last thought current before you fall asleep, who matters, molds your life. Understand? They become the life material for you. You really need to dig out who matters for you, because they are going to manifest through you in next few years. Whoever matters for you, you are in Shaktipada with that person. If that person is a politician, you are going to become a politician. If that person is a cinema celebrity, you may not become cinema celebrity, at least you will be in fantasy of the cinema celebrity. You will be fantasizing. You are a celebrity at least for a few people around you. You are Facebook. Now that everyone tries to be celebrity in their Facebook page. Now. The biggest Maya on the planet Earth is Facebook. Now it gives a kind of a feeling that they are heroes for everyone. In a very deep delusion. Everyone is enjoying that they are herohood. It's actually the side effect of many people having Shaktipada with cinema celebrities. Because when you have Shaktipada with cinema celebrities, you are constantly meditating on being a hero, attended by everyone, which is not happening in real life. The only way is get into the Facebook. Still, I cannot understand what is there in that stupid like, for which people give their life. Now, still I can't understand. When people talk about 1,000 like, 2,000 like, 100 like. Anyhow, person with whom you have Shaktipada matters. Look in who matters for your life. Who is the material of your life? Understand? That person should be Either you or somebody empowers you to be your own boss, only then being your own boss is possible. Then actually being your own boss is done already. The person who matters for your life should be you, or the person who is empowering you to be your own boss. Other than your guru, nobody will want you to be your own boss. Everyone has a vested interest. Understand? Fortunately, my vested interest is you being your own boss. When you are your own boss, I am successful. Everybody else will be successful as long as they are your boss. As long as they remain as your boss. In my case, fortunately, it's the other way. I am successful when you are your own boss. I have done my job when I see you as your own boss. Essence, I should say, this is the third principle I wanted to teach today. The third principle is responsibilism. Understanding the end result is going to be affecting only you, even though you try your best to push it on somebody else. See, end of your life, do you want to be standing and giving justifications, or do you want to be standing and declaring your victories? What is it you are visualizing? End of every situation, do you want to be standing and giving justification? Oh, I tried my best, this fellow failed, and that fellow disappeared, he ran away, she disappeared. Do you want to be talking in that language, or do you want to be standing and declaring, whatever I have been endowed, given, I used it to my best. I did it my best. Do you want to be standing and declaring this, or do you want to be standing and, oh, I tried my best, this person ran away, that person ran away, anybody else in my situation would have committed suicide, I at least survived. What is the language you want to talk end of the day? That matters. Whatever language you talk, you are responsible. This understanding will make you your own boss. Understand? Just because you stand up and say, oh, this fellow ran away, that fellow ran away, nothing wasn't right, all grahas were against me, all this was against me, that was against me, that was against me, and anybody else would have committed suicide in my situation, at least I sailed through. Even if you talk all this, who is going to be affected by the end result? You. Understanding, end of the day, effect, side effect, after side effect, side after effect, all effects are going to be affecting only you, is what I call responsibilism. Understanding this is responsibilism. Responsibilism is the third important principle to make yourself as your own boss. With this responsibilism, start building. I tell you, like salt adds taste to the food, responsibilism adds life to your time. Till the responsibilism starts, I don't want to use the word responsibility, I want to use the word responsibilism, because I want to give responsibilism a religion status. Status of a religion. That is why I am using the word responsibilism. We have given status of religion to too many foolish things. 3C. Cricket, cinema, corruption. Understand? Only when the responsibilism is added into your life starts. Only when the responsibilism is added to your time, life starts. So the first principle is knowing why you want to be boss and what is the reason you decided to be your own boss. Second, completion with the blueprint you carry. Third, responsibilism. You need to know responsibilism is not just technique or a strategy for social success or just being your own boss. It is actually a spiritual awakening. Because when you start feeling responsible, it's not that only you are awakened to the external world. You are awakened even to the internal happenings. Awakening to the internal happenings is what I am calling enlightenment. See, I have seen sometime a small story. A guy opens his lunchbox in his office and cries, "Oh God, same brinjal." All his friends are feeling very bad. Next day again he opens his lunchbox, "Oh, same brinjal." Third day again he opens his lunchbox and cries, "Oh, same brinjal, oh God, I can't take it anymore." This goes on for 7 days. The friends were not able to tolerate. They asked him, "Why? Why don't you tell your wife to cook something else? Why are you suffering?" The fellow says, "Hey, I am not married, I cook for myself." No, this goes on in your life many times. Look, only when the problem comes, you even remember you created it. See, when I tell this story, you laugh, but why don't you see? Only when problem comes in front of you, hits you, slaps you in your face, you see, but otherwise you know you are creating it. Sometimes you even create knowingly it is going to hit on your face. Let me handle it at that time. And you know you were not able to handle it last time when it hit. Last time when it hit you, you collapsed. You know you were not able to handle. But you have a false confidence. Let it come, I will face at that time. Let it come, I will face at that time. And you go on, create the problems. Never come out of that rut, that whole cycle. Understand, when you become responsible, you just wake up and ferociously break these blind spots. Ferociously dealing with your blind spots and breaking your blind spots is what I call responsibility. Responsibility or responsibilism is what I call third principle. Understand? Not just external. Whenever you become responsible, It's not that you attend only external. Even to many of the internal blind spots, you wake up. Knowing that when you are going to open your lunch box, you will be sick, but still you go on cooking same brinjal because you don't want to go to some other shop and get something new. Is what I call blind spot. I should say, knowing the problem is going to come and continue to create the problem is what I call third eye blind spot. Not just two eyes blind spot, it's a third eye blind spot. Responsibilism opens not only the external, even internal. You know, you will create the situations only which you can handle. Is responsibilism. You will create situations, enter into contracts, enter into the interactions, everything where you can handle your life on your own is what I call being your own boss. Understand? These words may look, going above my head. With the next few process, internalize. I tell you, if I am uttering 50 statements, even only 5 becomes your cognition, I'll feel I've done my job. I'm talking for everyone. Even if 5 cognitions enter into your system, I'll feel I've done my job. So each one of these truths I am sharing is cognitions, not instructions, cognitions. See, if I speak and you say, okay, he's telling something must be good for me, it is instruction. If I say something, he's right, yes, exactly, this is what I want to verbalize, I am not able, yes, verbalized it, then it is cognition. Then it has become your cognition. Even for 5 statements, your eyes lit up. If you are being lit up, it has become your cognition. I'll feel I've done my job. So answer for this question in one line. Responsibilism. Because you have not taken it, somebody else is taking it. Responsibility is not work, it is power. It is not work, it is power. Whoever feels responsibility is work will be a Shudra, the 4th class. Whoever feels responsibility is a power, naturally will make their life successful and they will be their own boss. Next.
Next, we'll take a question from someone here in Bengaluru, Adinam.
Nityanandam Swamiji. During the process this morning, I had something coming up again, which I have been working on for quite some years. And it's always related to money. And, I don't have any money, and I've been trying so many times to improve my situation, also by being my own boss. But for some reason, it feels there is another thing coming up again and again and again. Even this morning I was surprised, another layer. I have removed and worked with so many layers, but it feels like it's endless.
Understand, when you say removed, work with many layers, just sitting and fantasizing you removed is not removed. Your actions turning in a different direction, your actions becoming responsible is the only scale with which you can say, I removed many layers. Your awakening hours, I am not talking about waking up hours, awakening hours means the time you feel you are responsible and active is what I call awakening hours. Not waking up, the number of hours you are awake or waking. I think the gap between these two words, waking state and awakened state. Waking state means you are not asleep. Even a coffee can do that. But awakened state means you feel who you are, you cognize who you are, and you feel responsible for who you are, and you are active with your clear cognition and responsibilities. Did that hour increase due to your old layer cleaning? Ask that question. That question answers whether you worked and cleaned your old layers or not. I tell you, most of the time, without becoming responsible, people saying that they have completed maybe the fantasy completion. You are feeling good about it yourself. Okay, you will have peace. Peace. But I am not peace guru. My brand is not peace, my brand is power. Understand? The other day somebody asked me the question, like Christianity's brand is love. The brand of Buddhism is non-violence. Some gurus brand themselves as peace gurus. What is the brand of Hinduism? I said, my brand or Hinduism brand is only one, power. The whole religion, the first line of the first Upanishad or the first line of the first Vedic scripture or the last line of the last Vedic scripture or the last statement of the last Vedic scripture, the whole thing is all about breaking your limitations and power. Isha Vashyam Idagum Sarvam. The whole thing is about breaking the limitations of delusion and the nature of delusion. Breaking the limitations, whether it comes by delusion or you feel it comes by nature. Breaking the delusions and limitations. The whole brand of the Hindu tradition and me is power. Understand? When you miss the third principle, responsibilism, you may have peace, but not power. Power happens with responsibilism. Power happens with responsibility. Like salt adds taste to the food. Add the responsibility of your cognition, who you are, what you feel as you inside, how you project yourself as outside, how you want the world to hold you, and how you want to hold feel the whole life. Be responsible for it. Responsibility for it keeps you awakened. Keeps you awakened. Understand? When you feel responsible for it, even your dreams lead you to waking state. Even your delusions lead you to the waking state. Even in your dreams, even your dreams will not be just vague. It is better to dream a nightmarish for 1 minute than to be in a vague dreams for 10 hours. Time will not be wasted. So even in the life, better to have the sufferings which wakes you up than to have a so-so life for years. Middle class life is mediocre life. Make or break, it's okay, because even if you break, you will make. You will find a way to make. You have to make. Till you make, you are going to come back. Make or break. Even if you break, you are going to come back to make. But don't be just back. Understand, good or bad, right or wrong, be active, involved. With this involvement, responsibilism, active, I tell you, you will always make it. You will never break. Even if you are afraid you will break, I give you the plan B. Even if you break, you can't do anything. You have to come back till you make. Even that is okay. I am telling you, nightmare is okay if it wakes you up. Then having a very comfortable, cozy dream, which is wasting your time, life, energy. Comfortable, cozy dream is what I call putting the responsibility on somebody and thinking that somebody else is a boss. Actually, whether you are your own boss or not, you are responsible for your life. If you are in a delusion, somebody else is going to shoulder for you, you are a slave. If you wake up to the reality, you only have to shoulder for you, you are your own boss, that's all. It is all about waking up and acting. Understand? Unclutching, completion, all that are poor man's version of manifesting powers. It is for this. It is for this. Those foundations are required, but they are not final products. Completion or unclutching and all these are not final goals. Those are the foundations, are the basic initial preparations required for this result of power manifestation or manifesting responsibility. I should say, responsibilism, the third principle, is what really makes you your own boss. Next question.
From Delhi, Arti has asked, what is the way to awaken extraordinary abilities in us so we can be the master of every situation, at work or otherwise?
First thing, what is the way to awaken extraordinary abilities in us so we can be the master of every situation at work or otherwise? See, when I was talking in the morning today, I was uttering a word, very important word. If you missed, I'll repeat. With whom you have Shaktipada, means who matters for your life. Who matters for your life. With that person you have Shaktipada. Listen carefully. Shaktipada means connected through the spiritual energy umbilical cord. If a cinema celebrity matters for your life, knowingly or unknowingly, you are connected to his energy. Understand the danger. You are going to share his depression, his attention need. You are going to suffer with his addictions. You are going to manifest every situation he is attracting due to his mental setup in you. If a politician matters for you, understand who matters for your life when you are sitting all by yourself. Appa, I feel so blessed. I am born and brought up in a village, in a situation, atmosphere, where the celebrities have not eaten our lives, where we don't know much about them. I'm so happy I have grown up playing with the mud, not with this iPad, silicon. Direct mud, direct land, direct sand, nature. In those days, parents used to push the kids inside the home. Hey, all the time playing outside. Now the parents are pushing the kids outside. All the time on your iPad. Understand, with whom you have Shaktipada matters. Whom you respect matters, because their ideas, their ideologies, their energies, their understandings, their possibilities and their powers are going to manifest in you. So only way to awaken extraordinary abilities in us, so we can be master of every situation. Listen, the question I am repeating. What is the way to awaken extraordinary abilities in us so we can be the master of every situation? Answer is, only way to awaken extraordinary abilities in us so we can be master of every situation is Shaktipada with master. Understand? You need to do a small open heart surgery to yourself. Not in physical level, being level. Open your being and see who matters for you and why. The being who matters for you is going to be your hero. Knowingly or unknowingly, you are in Shaktipada with that being 24/7. 24/7. This important seat, we give it to fools very casually just because they are wearing latest tone jeans. No, really. That stupid latest tone jeans can take away an important seat. A kid completely confused goes to father and says, "Father, I asked you from where human beings have come. You said from God. But mom says from monkeys. Which one is true? He said, hey, she talks about our family and I talk about my family. Understand, to whom are you going to give the seat of our origin? God or monkey? To whom are you going to give? This is one of the biggest problem. Still nobody is able to solve. Even people ask me, understand, now I am breaking the whole pot. Your physiology has developed from monkeys. Your bioenergy is descended from God. Evolution theory and incarnation theory both are true. Man is a rare mystery where both truths have merged. Evolution, the Matsya becoming Kurma means fish becoming tortoise and tortoise becoming tortoise becoming the Varaha, Varaha becoming Narasimha. The evolution theory is true. And incarnation theory is also true. Bioenergy is from God. Physiology is from monkeys. Understand? But in your being, if you are going to give the seat of the origin to monkey, you continue, you will remain forever as monkey. Maybe better monkey. Monkey with the genes. And makeup monkey. But in the being, if the place is going to be God, who matters for your life, if that space is given to God, the Shaktipada with that will happen and you will be manifesting that. Understand, the place cannot be empty. You have to rent it to somebody. Are you going to rent it to? The being who manifests divinity, ultimate Sadashivatva in you, powers in you, are the people who do all the powers in the screen. Understand? You have only two choices. The real heroes and real heroes. The person who does all the powers in real or in real. With whom you are going to have Shaktipada is going to decide what you are going to manifest. With the real heroes, you are going to have Shaktipada. If they matter, that is what you will continue to manifest. If the real hero who manifests powers in reality matters, that is what you will manifest through Shaktipada. Understand, with whom you have Shaktipada is important and it matters. And it matters. So the answer for your question, the only way to awaken extraordinary abilities in us so we can be the master is Shaktipada with master, with the right cognition. Actually, in the whole inner awakening, I do only this one. I just make you do the being surgery, open being surgery, and remove all the stupid real hero Shaktipadas and put the real hero Shaktipada. That's all. After that, wherever you are, it is going on and on and on. It is only process between you and me. After that, after the initiation, it is only process between you and me. The moment you understand, life becomes Leela. When you don't understand, you live in delusion, life is Lala. When you understand, life becomes Leela. That's all. Whether you live your life as Leela or Lala, up to you. You are in a Lala world, fantasy world, delusion world, or realizing the whole life is Leela. Next question.
We'll take one more question from here in Bengaluru, Adinam. Please, if you can introduce yourself, your name and where you're from, and
Yes,
ask your
please go
question.
Yeah, Namaskaram Swamiji. I'm Subhash from Tamil Nadu. It's really happy that I'm being with you for the last 4 or 5 months because one of our uncle had attended consecutive 3 inner awakening. It's really it's been in the program, so thanks for that person also, Giri Mama. The question is that many times I had decided that I want to travel in the direction, but the direction or I don't know, that results always in failure. Or at the same time that I have to be with exploited people and treacherous people always surrounded me. They had exploited me in different ways. So I cannot be able to move further. So where I was started, so I have to come back and see results.
Again and again, the whole problem boils down to one. When you say they have exploited, you planned to exploit them, so they exploited. Understand, nobody can exploit you whom you have not planned to exploit. When you do not want to take the responsibility, you want somebody to take the responsibility, you plan to exploit them to take your responsibility, and they took the responsibility and they took the power also, and the result, you feel you are exploited. Understand? The essence is, whoever you feel are exploiting you, go back. You will find you planned to exploit them. You keep that as a blind spot. Originally you plan, wow, if a failure happens, this guy will be blamed, I will not be blamed. Come on, let me have him part of my life. Let him be in my team. You plan and develop everything. Yes, they do stand and take responsibility. When things come up, they take the credit, everything goes to them. And finally you feel you are exploited. Understand, there is no exploitation can happen unless you have planned to exploit them. And your plan to exploit them, you keep it as a blind spot with the right words. This is the way business works. This is the way politics works. This is the way things work in the life. Look back. How many of you are able to click with what I am saying? Look back. It is only your plan to exploit. They have exploited. That's all. It boils down to one understanding. The third principle. Responsibility. Knowingly or unknowingly, if you leave that blind spot to somebody, they are going to fit themselves in. They are going to bolt themselves in. When they are going to bolt themselves in, use this word bolting, American English word, then that's what happens to you. If you don't understand, ask somebody what it is. So let's gather for next session. Thank you.